there you guys, welcome back to my channel. I know I look a little bit different. I went to the hairdressers during the weekend and I decided to give a pink hue to my hair and of course do the most trendy thing right now, curtain bangs, and I'm telling you, I love it. I think I'm gonna keep up with the pink hue and of course keep up with the curtain bangs at least until I get bored of it. But anyway, in today's video I'm going to be ranking all of my primers from my least favorite to my most favorite. So if this is something that interests you, then just keep on watching. Okay, let me just preface this by saying that honestly I don't really hate any of the primers that I actually have in my collection at the moment. They all seem to work for me just fine. So just because something is at the end of the ranking does not mean that I absolutely hate it and I just have it because I want to you know, use it up, because that's not quite true. I actually really like the one that's in number 10, but it's just not my favorite, if you know what I mean. So I'm just going to start off with that. At number 10 I have the Benefit Porefessional primers. I have the pearl version and I have the original version. Honestly, there is no difference between the two of them because all they are pore filling smoothing primer. They leave kind of a silky feel on the face that just makes foundation look poreless on the skin, but that's all it does, just fills in the pores, you know, makes a nice canvas for a foundation to go on top. At number 9 I have this Fix and Rouge Soft Focus Pore Perfect HD Matte Veil. This was the primer that I had in my project pan. You know, I still have the marking right here if you can see that, but yeah, I haven't used it in quite a long time, but from what I can remember, this is a very mattifying primer. So if you have extremely oily skin, I think this would be perfect for you. I have combination skin, so you know, I like a more hydrating sort of a primer, but this one isn't bad by any means. If you have a super dewy foundation that you need it to look a little bit more matte, this works very well to just mattify the skin and make that dewy foundation a little bit more matte. Then at number 8 I have my ThisWorks In Transit Camera Close-Up, and this is a mask, moisturizer and a primer in one. So this is just your basic moisturizing primer. It is just, you know, white, and all it does is just hydrate the skin. This isn't necessarily super hydrating, so if you have normal skin or combination skin, I think you might enjoy it. If you have dry skin, this might not be for you because it's not extremely hydrating, but it works well with the majority of my foundations and I just like it as a basic primer. Then at number 7 I have my First Aid Beauty Coconut Skin Smoothie Priming Moisturizer. So this is a smoothing, hydrating but also illuminating primer, so definitely a no-no for someone with oily skin. I do enjoy it, especially with a super matte foundation that I just don't want it to be that matte. This is a great base to give a little bit of luminosity to the skin. Then at number 6 I have my TooFaced HangoverX Replenishing Face Primer. This one has coconut water, probiotic based ingredients and skin revivers. Again, this is very similar to the ThisWorks primer, but I do feel that this gives a little bit more hydration. It's kind of basic, to be honest, but if you have dry skin I think you would really love it because it gives that little bit extra hydration on the skin, and I think it works well with the majority of the foundations that I used it with. I think the one foundation that this doesn't work good with is the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Foundation because it causes it to peel up. So do keep it in mind that it might not work with every type of foundations, but this is the only foundation that I had problems with when I was using this primer. The other ones were just fine, so I do enjoy it, but it's not for everyone. And number 5 is the primer that I currently have in my shop, my stash, and I'm almost out of it. I'm so close. This is the Catrice Freshen Up Aqua Fresh Hydro Primer. So this is more of a gel-based primer, and it gives amazing hydration. Because it's gel based, it kind of smooths out the skin as well, so I think this would work well with combo skin and dry skin. I really enjoy it. People have compared it to the Smashbox Primerizer, and I do have to agree that in terms of hydration, yes, it's very similar, but the texture is totally different. This one is gel based and this one is runny, kind of, you know, just hydrating primer, but I really do enjoy that one. At number 4, I have a fairly new primer that's in my collection, but I have fallen in love with this instantly. Now at number 4, I have the Ciate London Watermelon Burst Hydrating Primer. So I have a little mini, I have 2 minis actually, and oh my god, this is so good. This is very similar to the Catrice one because it is gel based and it provides very similar hydration to the skin, but it has a watermelon scent to it, which made this which made me rank it a little bit higher than the Catrice one because that smell is just gorgeous on the face. It doesn't linger, but when you apply it, it just feels really nice. This is a good hydrating gel based primer. Let's start with the top 3. At number 3, I have my beloved Smashbox Photo Finish Primerizer. I really like it, especially when I had dry skin. This was a skin savior. It was a really good. It hydrates the skin. It provides like a burst of moisture, you know, to the skin. So if you have dry skin, you are going to love it. If you have combo skin like me, I think you're gonna like it as well because you can pair it up with more matte foundation to give, you know, a little bit more of a natural finish to it, and it will work well. This one is really good. Then at number 2, I have my Catrice 10 Sational Primer. So this one promises 10 things, 10 promises, right? So it's supposed to be priming, hydrating, anti-wrinkle, natural glow, anti-pollution, anti-oxidization, pore minimizing, evening out of skin tone, blurring imperfections, and UV protection of 15. And I think all of these claims are true. The one that I couldn't really notice is the anti-wrinkle, but I assume you would need to use it for a prolonged period of time to notice that difference. So this one is, it has a tint, it has a beigey tint, so if you have perfect skin with no spots whatsoever, you can use this, apply some concealer, and you're ready to go because this evens out the skin so beautifully. It works with all of my foundations, so I have no complaints there. This one is really good. And then at number 1, if you have watched my channel for a little bit now, you probably can guess what primer is at number 1, and it is my First Aid Beauty Pores Be Gone Matte Primer. Oh my god, this is the perfect all-in-one primer for someone with combination skin because number 1, it's not drying. Number 2, it's not overly hydrating, but it gives a little bit of something. And number 3, it is beautifully smoothing. And number 4, I would say, is that it is slightly mattifying. Now, it is not as matte as the Figs and Rouge one because this one is super matte. This one, you know, gives a slight matte finish. Nothing too major, but you can see the difference. So oh my gosh, combination skin, girls, if you have not tried it, I think you will love this primer because it is the perfect all-in-one for our skin type. But yeah, that completes today's video. If you enjoyed it, please don't forget to give this video a like, and also don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. But let me know in the comments down below what your favorite primer is, because if I don't have it, then I might give it a try. But yeah, that is it. Thank you very much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.